So Twitter has actually been one of the really interesting tools in the classroom. And I've seen through a number of years, I've been on Twitter since about 2007. And since then, I've seen this huge growth of teachers really adopting Twitter and using it for amazing purposes. For the most part, when you see good practice on Twitter, you're seeing, first of all, teachers develop a personal learning network over a long period of time. So they find people who are interesting, who are leaders, whether they're admin people, whether they are subject area specialists, whether they're teachers from a number of broad spectrum. And it's not just teachers that are located close, it's teachers from all aspects of the world. So if you look at the work of Stephen Johnson, he wrote a book called Where Do Good Ideas Come From, or Where Good Ideas Come From. And the idea was, he looked at this idea of knowledge that we used to be we'd hoard our knowledge and basically keep it close to ourselves. And we thought if we just sit in isolation and think deep thoughts, that eventually a good idea would come to us. But we're seeing this idea that the more parts that you put out on a table that you make available to other people, you see these new innovations, these things that were partial hunches all of a sudden turn into something much bigger than we could have ever dreamed of. And it's because it's this idea collision with the ideas of others. And that's what's happening on Twitter. You're actually seeing a lot of teachers put out their ideas. They might be in a tweet, but it might also be in a blog post, a video, because we have to think that Twitter is not exactly always 140 characters. We think that's it's limited because it's 140 characters, but there's a richness in that 140 characters. It could lead us to all sorts of different detours and paths. And so through the use of Twitter, teachers are able to connect, see better practice, see what other teachers are doing, share lesson plans. And teachers are doing it in a lot of different ways. For instance, the idea of the hashtag. The hashtag is a new literacy. There's a paper by Christine Greenow from MSU that talks about the idea of Twitteracy. And not understanding how to use a hashtag is actually becoming really is becoming a detriment if you don't know what a hashtag is or how to connect via hashtag. So you're seeing teachers use hashtags such as EdChat, which is more of a general education chat, or SSChat, which is social studies, or SciChat, which is science. So if you're interested in a subject area or, say, a grade area, if you're a kindergarten teacher, people are looking for KinderChat. And so all of these hashtags are supported by a number of practitioners around the world who are interested in those particular areas or disciplines, and they're connecting in new ways. And so to be apart from this really means that you're sort of receding back. You're becoming, again, irrelevant in a sense because you're not connecting to some of the brightest and most innovative educators on the planet. And so Twitter is just one of the great ways of being able to do that.